time to escape. Yes. Hello, I am the Vatheck. Don't try to spell it. It's just as much a name as it is an entitlement. I suppose you are the one I'm looking for. Don't worry. I'm doing a favor for a friend by triggering your escape. So it's best we not dawdle. Let's get a good look at you, though. Interesting. Not what I was told to expect at all. Come on now. You must recognize me. You've been under the tutelage of the Lady of Hurricanes for over a year and a day now. Surely you've learned a few things about what you are, or maybe what you no longer were. Fascinating. I wonder why she took you. Did she call you? Did you follow a siren's song through a field of mushrooms? Did she pull you from the depths with an obsidian claw caked with ivory and sea kelp? Or was she simply the boned arm that reached up from under the bed, covered your mouth, yanked you down, and then ran you through the thorns? You must remember the thorns. Just look at your arms. Yes, you'll remember where those scars came from eventually. What about you made her need you, though? It's so hard when you start to wake up and realize you've been taken. You've been changed, in a way. You're not who you were when they took you. You're just as much a thing of glamour and fairy magic as you were of flesh and bone. Maybe that's why they take us. Maybe that's why they took you. What about you was special? Was it your voice? Were you a craftsman of some kind? Were you a storyteller, I wonder? Was it your body that she wanted? Were you concubine? Were you a smith? Were you an editor? I can't tell from your features. Now come on, you've been in those manacles long enough. Surely you know how to work glamour at this point. Yes, come on now. That's the currency of Arcadia, the currency of the world between dreams, of the hedge. You know how to collect it now. Reap it from human emotions. Stand passively, or just perform a reaping. Yank it out of them. Their willpower will recover in a few days. Yes? No? Consume a goblin fruit? Any of this clicking mind? Come on now. You're just as much myth and legend as you were of hair and that corduroy jacket that you left a few leagues behind. Come on now. It's glamour. It fuels you. Pop it and use one of your powers of what you were. Pop it to activate a contract. Pop one glamour and you can cross any threshold. Walk under any staircase. Leap through a car window, under a manhole, and come back to the hedge. Oh, you've been on Arcadia this whole time. You're not even sure how to unleash yourself. Come on now. Dig deep. You've got to remember. Maybe it's a child's laughter. Maybe it's the face of a dear friend. Maybe it's an old song from an old jukebox. Maybe it's the smell of a relative's house. That house that you walk through in your dreams. Back on Earth. You've got to remember, I can light the path, but I can't direct you. I can't drag you. Come on now. I want you to reach into your Fey heritage. You cannot be contained anymore. You can't be chained. So reach deep, look down at those manacles around your ankles and say, no. There it is. Now you're getting the hang of it. Interesting. Interesting. We're about to run through the hedge, friend, so I want you to stay very close. I am the Vatheck, and my lantern may light the way, but I can never direct. I can imply, I can suggest, but I can't lead. This is your own story. I'm just a character in it. Yes, you are the protagonist, just as much as the gentry seem to think that they are. That's right. How old were you when you were captured and you realized that all of those old tales are true? The blood-soaked, sweaty-haired redcaps, the sirens off in the seas, the mermaids, the mountainous, flesh-covered minotaur amalgamations, the flying teapot with the chicken legs, the burnt man with the razor claws and the striped t-shirt. taking children one by one because they've learned his song. Were you captured as payment for solving a riddle correctly? Or is this your punishment for failing to solve it? I wonder, why did the gentry take you? The fair folk, the kind ones, your keeper, the Lady of Hurricanes. She's been harassing you, beating you every day for a year and a day. What part of you did she change and leave behind? We can't stay long. I can already hear the baying of hedge wolves back that way. You must be very careful. We are about to run through the hedge. You see those giant thorns? They're not just from your dreams. They didn't just give you those scars. They are very real, and you as a changeling can enter them at any time. Pop a glamour, walk through a threshold, you'll be there. But be very careful what you speak to. You are the thing of transformation, of lies, trickery, illusions, and fairy magic. You can look like anything, just as anything out there can. The Fae, the Keepers, the Hobgoblins, some of them spiders the size of pickup trucks, some of them pickup trucks the size of spiders. Hate that guy. His name's Dave. Don't talk to him. Colossal centaur-like creatures, made of candy, or cyclopean trolls, the size of your thumb, whittle into your ear as you're sleeping. All of those legends are true, that's right. Where we're about to go, I need you to not answer any question directly. You are a thing of trickery, of lies, of riddles. If you see through a hedge ghosts, the people that died here, you don't answer the questions directly. You don't give your name. You don't give a name. They control, they have influence over concepts such as fire, or gravity, or sadness. And if they find out your name, they might just follow you all the way home. And then your problems get even worse. Hedge beasts, you'll find them, some of them far more intelligent than you give them credit for, some of them dumber than a tree. Some of those trees smarter than a man. Some of those men smarter than a tree. I'm just wondering how I'm going to pull you through with all that dead weight. We'll pass by the goblin market. Yes, of course. Where all those cousins of ours, the hedge goblins, they set up their stands. Some of them only appear on the blue moon. Some of them only under the certain bridge in Tokyo. Some of them only when you say your mother's maiden name backwards. We'll have to pick up some things. We'll have to pick up a couple of goblin fruits for you. Maybe a blackberry thimble, maybe a scream melon on the way back. Yes, replenish your glamour. Might do something about that bum leg, or something about those horns on you. Yes, goblin market where everything is currency except currency. You can find icons, weapons there, armor, secrets, or truths, or lies about rivals that they've told about you. And what'll it cost you? 3 baby teeth, a discarded Polaroid photo album of a couple that divorced, and maybe an original Elvis LP covered in ketchup. That's Robert. Robert's got weird tastes. Maybe he'll just want a shoe for a knife. Maybe he'll want a knife for a shoe, just depending on where you pick up the receipt. Now come on. We've a very long journey ahead of you. You have been found, but now you are one of the lost. So follow the Vatheck, and take my advice with a grain of salt, and don't trust anything that you see, especially what you see in the mirror. And do not, under any circumstances, let anyone tell you that you are the V word. Yes, you have been kidnapped. Yes, you have been flayed. Yes, you have been beaten. Yes, you have been changed. But you are not a victim. Your scars are proof that you have survived. You are a survivor, and with survivor comes strength. So you pull from that. And if you play it right, they will never capture you again. Come. We are wasting time.
Crawling flat on broken glass to you, to you, to you. Scratch it up and turn, catch a fire and burn for you.